Okay, this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to make an interactive PowerPoint. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to try to make this to where your students can click on different shapes and they'll kind of build like a little house. So for example, if you click a red base, you put a red one up there and then they have to choose from this blue or this green top and there. And you can see that if we go back, we make like the red, the yellow, and the green. It's just various different permutations. We're going to look at how we can build this in PowerPoint. Okay, so I already have this set up with all of the shapes that we're going to be using. And that's the first thing that you're going to want to do when you make one of these activities. You're going to want to set up all of your options. So I have those two types of bases and those two colors for the tops, as well as all the possible end permutations. So we have that blue top with the red bottom, green top with a red bottom, blue with an orange bottom, and then green with that orange bottom. You're going to want to have those set up ahead of time. So one of the things that you may not know how to do is adding these titles to each one of these slides. And this is important. It's not actually going to be on the slide itself unless you want it there. But these titles are really important for setting up these hyperlinks to different slides, which we're going to be setting up throughout. So to add a title, let's go to this one. You're going to go see in your home slide. You're going to click on layout and you're going to hit title only. And this little guy pops up. If you want the title to be on your slide, that's fine. But I'm going to put mine up there. And what I'm going to call this one is we're going to call it the choose base slide. And we're going to need to put one of these on each one of the slides. Again, this really just helps for navigation later on. So this one we've chosen, the only way we're going to be able to get to this slide is if it's the student has already chosen the red block. So I'm going to call this red base, choose top. And I'm going to go down here, and here I'm just copying and pasting these titles to each one. So we have red base, blue top, red base, green top, and here's a new one where it's just a selection slide, so just orange base, and we'll choose the top. There we go. Orange base, blue top. Now we're going to set up these hyperlinks that the students are going to click on as they move between slides. So for example, if a student chooses this red base, we're going to want them to be sent to this slide. If a student chooses this orange base, we're going to be wanting them to move to this slide. So the students aren't actually going to be moving through slides in a linear way. They're going to be bopping around depending on which shape they click on. So let's go back up here to our first slide, and we're going to set up these hyperlinks like so. So first you're going to go to this Insert tab. You're going to go to Links, and it should pull up this menu of all these different slides. And you can see why it's important to name them now. If you don't name your slides, they're automatically going to be named Slide 1, Slide 2, Slide 3, Slide 4, and so on. When you have lots of different permutations, it's going to be kind of hard to figure out which one you're looking for. Right now, we're looking to link clicking on this red base to a red base choose top. Now we're going to do the same thing with the orange slide. We'll go up to links, and we're going to link it to orange base choose top. Essentially, what this will do is if a student clicks on this red one, it's going to send them to this one, slide 4, or what we called it, red base choose top. If they click on this orange one now, you can see that it sends them to the orange base choose top. And you hover over these different shapes, the link address or the slide that they're sending them to shows up. And you can even control and click on it, and it'll send you there automatically. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go to this red base, red top. So let's pretend like we were a student walking through this and we clicked on the red one. Now we're here. Now there's two options to choose from, and we're going to set these two options up the same way we just set up the other guys. So I'm going to click on this this blue triangle, and I'm going to link it to red base, blue top. I'm going to click on the green triangle. I'm going to link it to red base, green top. Now these guys are set up to go to these end permutations. So if I click on the red, it's going to send me to, if I click on the blue one, it sends me to this blue top, red base one. Now I'm also going to need to go do that for the orange guys. So I'm going to go down here, and this orange top, this one, the choose top one, this blue top, we're going to go to link, and we're going to link it to the orange base blue top. For the green, we're going to link it to the orange base, green top. Great. Okay, so one other thing that was in that other PowerPoint was this restart button. So when the students reach that final stage where they've already chosen the top and the base, they have the option of clicking this restart button and starting the whole exercise over again. So the way you go about doing that is really similar. You can first just insert any shape you want. In this case, I'm just going to use the little arrow. And I will insert a little text box above it saying restart. That right there. And for this arrow, I'm going to go into that insert, links. And this one I'm just going to I'm going to link it back to that very first slide. So I've linked it back to the choose base slide. And then I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to paste it on all those ends. So I can paste it there, oops, paste it there, and paste it there. And these are all the end permutations. So these are all the last stages. So now we can take a look at what our little activity looks like. Okay. So whenever we click on the base, it shows up. Now we click on top. We can hit the restart button, choose a different base, choose the same top. And so it looks pretty good. But there's still a problem with this. Now if I click, let's say I click this red base, but then I'm just kind of fiddling around and I actually click right here in the middle of the screen. Well, now it just transitions to the next slide. You actually see that I transition through all the slides if I keep clicking through. So the way that we fix this, the first what we're going to want to do is we're going to select all the slides. So I click on this one, and I'm going to go all the way to the bottom, hold shift, and click all the way down to the bottom. And you're going to go to this transition tab. And you're going to click off the on mouse click. What this does is every time you click on the screen, it moves to the next slide. And we don't really want our stuff to move in a linear fashion. So let's click that guy off. Now we're going to take a look at this again. Okay, so now whenever I click anywhere, it doesn't transition to slides. So this is me clicking. Maybe you can't really tell. It doesn't go anywhere. This is what we wanted. It only moves forward if we click those areas where we set up hyperlinks. However, if the student hits the arrows on the keyboard, it still moves the PowerPoint forward. And this is something there's no workaround for. It's built into PowerPoint. We can't change that. So if you're using this sort of setup in one of your activities, make sure you tell your students not to use the keyboard because that can kind of throw off the whole rhythm of the setup. So for example, let's say a student goes through this and they click this orange one, and then they hit the keyboard on accident. And they want to choose the green top, but they accidentally hit the arrow on the keyboard. They're going to go here, and there's not really any way to go back. There's no any way to undo that one. The best thing they can do is they can restart, hit the yellow, and then hit the green. But again, if you have something that requires lots of different permutations, it can be kind of time extensive to rebuild what you've already made.